I'm going to tie Cress bug here. It's one of the better flies to use on Spring Creek and a lot of the other limestone streams in Pennsylvania for trout. You can use gray or olive thread, and once you get that started on the hook, cover the shank in thread and wrap it to the clear back where the bend starts. For the spine on the Cress bug, I like to use a 3/0 piece of dark gray thread, and to attach that, just secure it to the top of the hook right at the bend where you stop the thread. Make sure that you secure it over top the thread base, or else it'll just spin around the shank and it won't stay properly centered at the top. Once you have that secure, take like an olive hare's ear, a real light olive hare's ear blend dubbing, and just dub it onto the tying thread that you're using. You don't have to have it too tight, but just don't make it too thick or too thin. We're just going to cover the shank with it, then use a dubbing brush to pick it out. If it's too loose, there won't be any body to the fly. You'll just pull it all out with a dubbing brush. And if it's too tight and too thin, there won't be enough to pick out. And right here, we are just going to make a football-shaped body. And again, if you use too, it's always best to use too little dubbing than too much, because you can always add more and go back. And again, this is a real simple fly to use. Well, a real simple fly to tie. It's one of the best ones to use in limestone streams where the cress bugs very, very populated. And now we're just going to use a dubbing brush, which is a popsicle stick with Velcro on it, to pull out the top of the fly. And usually I'll pull up on the side, then bring it across the back, then do that to the opposite side. Push up on it, then over the top again. Then once you get it picked out, kind of split it right down the middle and pull it out on both sides so it looks like that. Then I will take scissors and trim the back of the fly flat so it's nice and smooth. And just pick off the excess. And now you just pull the piece of dark gray thread over the back. And with the larger patterns, you can double the 3/0 thread so the spine's a little bit thicker, but one strand is usually enough. Clip the thread. I like to pull back any extra pieces at the tip of the fly before I finish it, so the hair and fur doesn't clog up the eye of the fly. Whip finish, just trim the thread off. What I like to do now, you pull the dubbing out on both sides so you have it all sticking out like that, and what you do is you clip the fly in an oval shape. So just straight back to one side, then straight back on the other. And you have the cress bug. It has a fairly flat profile from the side and a real wide one from the top and bottom, and that is for the most part what it looks like in the water.